Hey everybody, this is October the 26th, 2024, and I got a quick message, I got a quick warning to everybody um, about what's going on now. Yesterday, I was sitting on my back porch and I was drinking coffee, and then just right out of the blue, out of nowhere, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get a deep breath, and I was like suffocating, okay? And this has not happened to me before, okay? I knew right away that I was being hit with a directed energy weapon. I knew that, okay? I've been being hit with these energy weapons since 2020, so I know when I'm being hit with a weapon. Most of the time when I know, it'll either be, sometimes I'll hear the frequency in my ear, because my ears are like tuned into it. And then other times I'll smell the radiation, because my nose is like a radiation detector. But this time it came out of nowhere, and it was like it just sucked all the oxygen right out of the air around me. Okay. Now, they must be using a higher radio frequency to hit me with now, because this was more intense than what they normally use on me. Most of the time, like I said, most of the time I can detect it when they're hitting me, and a lot of times, if I don't detect it instantly, a lot of times I'll start having chest pains, and then I'll know that I'm being hit. So, but they caught me off guard yesterday, so they're definitely using a higher radio frequency now with the directed energy weapons, and so they're increasing the frequencies, folks. And it could have been the 60 gigahertz. I don't know. Of course, I don't have no way of knowing which frequency it was, but it was higher. It was a higher frequency that they normally hit me with. Okay. So this is a warning to people out there, or targeted individuals out there, that they're increasing the radio frequencies, the energy on me, and I know if they're doing it to me, they're probably going to be doing it to other targeted individuals too. But I want to tell you guys real quick what I did. When I couldn't breathe and I felt like I was suffocating, I knew right away, I knew instantly I was being hit with a directed energy weapon. So I got up and I moved from that location, okay? Now, I've talked about this before, but I want to stress it again right now. Anytime you are sitting anywhere, doing anything, laying down or whatever, and you have any uncomfortable feeling in your body, like you can't breathe, or like you're having a pain that just hits you all of a sudden, or you might have a sensation, a burning sensation that hits you, any kind of sensation that just hits you right out of the blue, you need to get up and move from your location. You need to get out of the crosshairs, because you're being hit with an energy weapon. You are under attack, okay? I know I've already made a video about this, but I want to stress it right now. Any kind of uncomfortable feeling that comes over you, you need to get up and move from your location. And yes, these weapons can follow you around, but you're going to have to keep moving when you feel them hit you. Okay, a lot of times, the people who don't know about the energy weapons, they'll sit there and they'll allow the weapons to keep hitting them. And they may be laying in bed and they have pain in their body, and they'll lay there not knowing that they're under attack, and the weapons will keep hitting them until something happens. They'll start having a heart attack, they may start having a stroke, they may start having seizures or convulsions, and they end up at the emergency room and you know what comes next. So just giving everybody a warning about what's happening to me and what might be happening to other targeted individuals. So back to what I was saying. I got up, I moved from my location, I got out of the crosshairs, okay, And instantly, when I went inside my house, my breath came back. So that's my proof that it was a directed energy weapon that was hitting me. Okay. And then I went to my bedroom and I lay down in the bed, to try to get my breathing back to normal. And I was laying there in the bed and I was feeling okay, but then bam, they hit me in my bedroom. So they did follow me to my bedroom like they always do. And then when I was laying in my bed, I felt my pulse started racing, my heart started racing. I had chest pains and more breathing problems. I had pains in my back, and I had my left arm started twitching. The muscle in my left arm started twitching like really fast, and then the muscle in the back of my neck was twitching. So I knew that the weapons had followed me to the bedroom. So I got up out of the bed. Once again, I got out of the crosshairs, and this time I went straight outside to my power pole and I turned off the main breaker. I turned off all the power inside my house. Okay. This stopped it. Okay. After I turned off the power, I went back out on my porch to sit down, and then I started feeling better. My breathing started getting normal again. The chest pain stopped. My pulse stopped racing. My heart stopped racing, and the twitching went away in my muscles. So I knew, okay, that's how you know when you're being hit with a directed energy weapon. If you can shut down their power source, and your smart meter outside, that is their main power source. So if you can turn off your power in your house, you can shut down their primary power source. But then you got to make sure that you've got rid of all the alternate power sources that they can use, like your electronics, your phone, and anything that's battery operated. You got to make sure that you get all of this out of sight, away from you, okay? Or they can use any kind of alternate power source to continue to hit you. But anyway, the point is that they're up in the frequencies. I believe they were hitting me with probably the 60 gigahertz radio frequencies, because it was so intense and so powerful. But I don't know that for sure. But this is a warning to the targeted individuals. Okay. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to any kind of uncomfortable feeling you have, even if it's not painful. It can be just a tingling sensation, or a warmth, or a hot, a warm feeling that comes over you. And it's going to come just like out of the blue, and you're not going to even expect it. Like, I did not expect this yesterday, because this is the first time it happened in this way. So, and like I said, it was like the oxygen was just being sucked right out of the air around me, and there was no oxygen for me to breathe. Yeah. The weapons can do this, folks. They can do pretty much anything they want to. But that's all I wanted to say today. Is I just wanted to give a warning about the increase of the frequencies that they're using with the directed energy weapons, and warn people about what they can do. Okay. Now, I left my power off for like 20 minutes, and I went back and I turned it back on, and everything was fine. I haven't had any more problems, but they can hit me at any time they choose to. But one surefire way to stop it or interrupt it is to turn off your main breaker outside. That's what I've been doing, and also they've been hitting me with more chemicals. I'm not sure where the chemicals are coming from, because I've removed all the products from my home. So they're extracting some kind of chemical close by. Like I said, I hadn't figured out where it's coming from yet. And then they're releasing it inside my home. I'm thinking it might be the Freon from my refrigerator. If that's the case, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just going to have to, you just have to open the doors and let it air out until all the chemicals, uh, until all the chemicals inside the house are gone. Or I can turn my power off and leave it off all the time, which I'm not ready to do that because I don't have any other way to run my refrigerator and things I need. But I think it's going to come down to that. I mean, I can live without my refrigerator and I can live without my electricity if I have to. And it may come down to that for me because things are getting pretty critical around here. I mean, they've been critical, but they're getting worse. So, and I did expect this to happen right before the election. I expected for them to increase their tax. That's what they're doing to me. And I'm making this video because they may be doing it to other target individuals. So, just a heads up, guys, and a warning. Be aware. Be aware. Be aware of the sensations that's hitting your body. And know that when they hit you, that you were under attack. You don't have to go running off to the emergency room. Just stop it. It's happening right there at your house. You're being attacked at home. Stop it. Stop it in its tracks. That's all. I love you guys.